What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So another small winning day for me. Only got one trim off. See here, very small day, but green day regardless, and we're gonna take a look at it. So on the open, failed below pre-market lows, made a move back above it, and as we did that, invalidated a downside FVG and created a bullish one while also reclaiming this pre-market low. So a decent amount of confluences with it there. This was about 5 minutes before data, so it's a little bit higher risk of an entry, but typically I don't love to buy right before the data, but if the trade makes sense, if I think I can get a trim off quick enough, sometimes I'll go for it. Just want to de-risk before that data, so if I can get a trim off, I don't ever really want to hold 100% of a position into data, but if I can get a trim off, leave half the position to run for data, that's something I'll do. So got this entry right around here, pretty much right away, or maybe a minute or two after, got a nice move up, trimmed on this pop up here, and then runners got hit break even. So not really a huge trade, was looking for at least a high day and then potentially pre-market highs if we saw strength above that high day, but again, only got one trim, rest got stop break even, and that was that. So secondary trade I did not catch, or I did not take, I saw but I didn't take, was on the downside here, and I'll show you why I didn't take it. So we had this low, this current day's low right here, and we came down to it. We broke uptrend structure. You see here, move down, then move up, close below that. So we broke that uptrend structure, and at the same time created this downside FVG. Just from last week, I found a few of these liquidity sweeps when we closed. This one was a little different because we closed below it, but a few of these last week where we got these sweeps and then came back up. The FVG right after the sweep, playing right back into that level that just got swept, didn't really work out that great. In this scenario, we did break structure, so it was a little bit different, but again, overcorrected a little bit from last week just because I saw that happen a few times, so I wanted to really make that a new rule. But again, overcorrected a little bit, but just at the time followed my rules and decided to sit this out. Ended up playing out pretty nicely. Would have got a trim probably around here, and then on this break towards 534.50 probably would have been my next trim point. But either way, good trade. Just adjusting my rules now, kind of corrected back to where it should be. So it was at one extreme, then overcorrected to another extreme. So now I'm kind of finding that middle ground. That's why I don't think there's any real true loss, like no FOMO or anything is needed, because even though I didn't catch the move, learned some good lessons, and now I'm able to adjust my rules, adjust my plan to help me make more in the future. So no wasted opportunities, is what it is on that one. But quick little extra setup since we're here that actually played out. It was even lunch at the time, but same thing here, little FVG right here. And typically when we get these candles like this and there isn't a huge amount of reaction, this one was actually okay, but generally this is like borderline where we get to move into it. We don't really see much of that bottom wick, much of a reaction. What I'd like to see is a sweep candle and then play that up. So for me, this, not a huge reaction, wait for that sweep candle to come in. As soon as we swept these lows and reclaimed, I'm in this, risking that low, a little bit below it, target this high, and then target the day's high, and then probably would stop out in the runners. But anyway, that's just a little tidbit there on some entries. Typically you get a reaction like this candle, that's fine, but when you don't really get much of a reaction on the 5 minute, I like to wait for a little sweep candle. It's not 100%, sometimes it'll kind of just run right away, but again, I found that when you don't get those reactions, sometimes it just likes to sweep those candles for whatever reason. But that's gonna be it for today. Appreciate you guys for coming as always. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.